So today I'm going to talk about a topic that I feel really passionate about, and I think a lot of you guys know that already. It's going to be getting pedicures for men. So the history of pedicures in the United States, a lot of Vietnamese immigrants originally, like in the 1970s, right after the war, who came over to the United States, became infatuated with all the movie stars who had the really pretty nails and all that stuff, so they decided to open up nail salons. Right now, over 50% of all nail technicians are actually Vietnamese immigrants, and it's still massively popular in their culture. Starting in about 2000, actually, the nail salon industry grew dramatically, quintupling the number of nail salons in the last 15 years. The GDP also has grown, tripled, and gone from $2 billion to $6 billion, which is absolutely stunning. So right now, there's a really bad social stigma with, especially in males, about getting pedicures. And they think it's feminine, they don't think they're unnecessary, that they don't need them, and it's a girl's thing to do. And right now they only make up about 3% of the total nail salons clientele. And with this TED Talk, I'm really hoping to kind of change that stigma. And because the male industry for nail salons is actually a huge area of projected growth, it's supposed to grow about 40% in the next year. So the main topics I want to cover are personal hygiene, foot health, the stress involved with your feet and how it can be alleviated with pedicures, and helping with circulation, especially with older people who may have like obesity, diabetes, but I'll get into that a little bit later. So the first aspect I want to talk about is personal hygiene. Feet, they're gross. They're just super gross. They have horrible, they're a breeding ground for bacteria, they stink, they're just gross. And a lot of these problems are caused by calluses, unkempt toenails, and all this stuff can be alleviated through pedicures, because pedicures are removing these calluses, these toenails, they're cleaning your feet, they're making sure everything's clean and bacteria free. So it's really helpful, especially when guys, because our feet can get pretty bad after playing sports, working, doing whatever we're doing in a day. It gets really bad. The next aspect I want to talk about is foot health. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, you can prevent a lot of really gross things associated with feet, and it also helps prevent infections, and you can seriously help to figure out if you have problems with your feet early on. You can catch things like toe fungus, especially early on, through pedicures, and you can get the correct medical treatment for problems associated with your feet, and it's really helpful. It also, I know a lot of guys, if you've ever noticed, or girls as well also, I guess, if you're ever running and you feel like something's kind of stabbing into your toe, you have an ingrown toenail, and pedicures seriously help to alleviate this problem, because ingrown toenails, I know, are a huge problem, especially with guys that are really active, that play a lot of sports, they might work construction, do a lot of different things, and pedicures can really help with this. It also helps to keep your feet moisturized, which can also help to kind of alleviate that stench problem that I was talking about earlier. And so there's really a lot of added benefits that guys don't know about, and a lot of problems that can be solved through pedicures that they might not know about. Another aspect of it that's really important is stress relief. Frankly, you put a lot of stress on your feet just through an average day, whether you mean to or not. I mean, you're just walking all day. There's certain pressure points in your foot that have a lot of issues, and whenever you get a pedicure, your feet are getting massaged. These pressure points and these calluses are going away, so you're relieving a lot of that stress that's put on your feet through just day-to-day activities. And some places, not all, this is kind of goes on a salon by salon basis, but they will also sometimes massage your calves, which can be super helpful for stress as well, because your calves can absorb a lot of that stress too from your feet. And overall, all this stress relief can really help with posture. I know in guys, especially younger kids, it's kind of a problem where they hunch over a lot or something like that. But pedicures really help with your posture because they alleviate a lot of that foot stress. Alright, so the next, and I think the most important aspect of pedicures that people don't really understand, or they don't understand like the full scope, is the improved circulation. Pedicures seriously improve circulation, especially with people with diabetes. I know my brother, who has diabetes himself, has said that pedicures have helped his circulation now that he's starting to go. People with blood clots, people with, especially obese people, have really bad circulation, and you'll notice it first in your feet, because your feet will always seem cold, and it's the farthest point away from your heart and your kind of core central nervous system, so you're not getting as much blood down to your feet, and you'll notice at first your feet might tingle, they might be really cold all the time, and pedicures really help to kind of alleviate this stress and this poor circulation on your feet. And so, especially when you get older, pedicures are going to become much more important to help improve the circulation. And guys need to get on this too, because I know we have the really bad, we're always at risk for blood clots and heart disease and diabetes, and more so sometimes in women. So closing, really, there's no excuse for guys not to get pedicures. There's too many health benefits that outweigh basically any social stigma you could think of. Nail salons, they're everywhere. I can think of probably 4 in just Bonnie Lake. They're all convenient. You can just walk in. It's maybe $20, and then you're in and out in 45 minutes. Super convenient, super cheap, and there's really too many health benefits to not get a pedicure at this point. Really, I mean, there's no social stigma that could outweigh the benefits of foot stress, no more foot infections, no more stinky feet, helps with your circulation. I mean, everything is just helped through pedicures.